What's up, guys? This is going to be a follow-up video to the video I put out this morning. It's come to my attention that there is new data that we can get on TradingView that's absolutely, in my opinion, game changer going into this blow off top and potential alt season here. As you can see, if we go to TradingView here, you can see that a ton of new totals have been added, like total crypto market cap excluding stable coins, and then you have total crypto market cap excluding the top 50 now, excluding the top 100, excluding the top 50 dominance. Like, this is absolutely game changer going into this alt season, man. Like, now we have much more refined data that we can look at as far as risk on or risk off for altcoins. So I kind of wanted to comb through these new charts on higher time frames and take kind of a look at now with this new data where we're at as far as things go here. So one thing I just wanted to bring up was a potential scenario I'm watching for USDT plus USDC dominant short-term scenario. And this would coincide with others retesting the 250 billion level once more, before ultimately seeing a bigger move to the upside to reach 350 to 360 billion by the final days of May, first week of June, just to keep it on the radar. So when this goes up, usually cryptos go down, and this would go up and just trend up until around like the 29th of this month, and then we'd see a meltdown heading into the final days of May, and we would potentially touch down on June 1st at 5.44%, the 4236 breakdown extension, and coinciding with this downward sloping trendline support. We're seeing that coincide together. So this is a potential scenario. We could see a little retest for altcoins. If I go to the other chart real quick, back to where it was at around May 18th. So that would be, May 18th right here. So back, around 250 billion, we could see a retest back down here before ultimately by month's end to the first week of June, start our move up to around 350 to 360 billion market cap for others, altcoins, which is the crypto total market cap excluding the top 10. But now we can see excluding the top 100, which is huge. Those are those small cap coins. So just wanted to put that on the radar as something that I'm watching. Just keep it on your radar as well too. And although we could see a correction for altcoins across the board, there's some altcoins that actually do well when most of the coins do bad. And one of those coins is ZBCN. So could we see a scenario where ZBCN pulls an XCN in these next 7 days here, and then once we see kind of this bottom out and start to trend up, could we see a reversal in ZBCN? It remains to be unseen, but I'm tracking it. I'm definitely tracking that scenario where we could see ZBCN really start to see price discovery here. Because as you can see, if I go to ZBCN here, this is ZBCN against XRP, but let me go to ZBCN on the left side, we could see that we're very close to reaching a new all-time high. We're about, I think, 15% away, and we could see a rapid spike in ZBCN given its momentum. But I'm watching it close. It's like the main crypto I'm watching right now, since it's the only one that's really at new all-time highs to potential price discovery, and we could go to some pretty nice levels, some good gains. So looking at the ZBCN to USD chart, looks solid. ZBCN to Bitcoin chart, solid as well too. ZBCN against others already breaking out to, or right at, potential new all-time highs here on the right side of the screen. You can see that we're right at it. So we're at this point where ZBCN, if it presses up above 0.003, 0.0033, we could see a rapid expansion. And that could happen during this scenario of others coming back down to 250 billion and USDC plus USDT dominance going back up to those levels up here, retesting before ultimately by the tail end of this month, first week of June, melting down. And that's when we could see the reversal come in for ZBCN. So something I'm watching close, but in this video, I wanted to cover these new charts because we got new data we can look at. And ZBCN is actually a part of this chart, excluding the top 100. So let's take a look at it. We actually, right here, we are breaking above the belly of the beast and holding currently as support above it on this chart. Total crypto market cap, excluding the top 100 coins, we're seeing us hold above 14 billion flat. I'd like to see that continue to be the case. If we do go lower in this chart, then I'd be eyeing out this level right here around 13 billion because we have this trend line support along with the macro 786 at this level as well too, if we do end up going lower in this chart. But we could have outliers like ZBCN. So 12.2 billion to 12.84 billion is where I'd like to see that hold. If we do see us start to trend up here in this chart, let's go to a higher time frame, like a 12-day, because what we're seeing here is we're seeing a 12-day prepare to buy soon. So one thing that I'm really eyeing close as far as to the past, and let me hide some of these indicators here so you can see what I'm potentially seeing, is we might be seeing 2020 to 2021 bull market playing out again, but it just is happening a little different because we're seeing a new low come in. But what I'm watching is this scenario here where if we match it up like this, we're kind of at this point right here. We're at this point right before really the big move up, the big parabolic move, the one that everybody waits for every crypto bull market. It just looks a little different because we made higher highs and higher lows here like that. This has just been sloppy where there's, we're making higher highs and then there was a low, higher low. This came down a little bit lower, right? So it looks a little bit different, but if we're tracking it like before, let's take a look here. We're very much on track as far as this goes with this potential pattern playing out. And it's a little more elongated like this. Like this is maybe a cycle that's playing out a little bit more elongated. And this is kind of where we're at like this. This would coincide with the bear market bottom, bear market bottom. This back here popped up. This actually went lower. Altcoins this cycle have just been squeezed to death, but then we ultimately caught up and then we saw our move down, our trend back up to a little bit higher than this point, this time, and then we started to come back down. This time we went a little bit lower than this time back here, but we're very much, on point where we could see that big old season rapid expansion across the board that could take us until to really accelerate here in June into July, August, and potentially could stretch into October before ultimately being done here. So this is what I'm watching very close. And as you can see with the Stargate signals, we do have a 12-day prepare to buy soon. When that buy now comes in, this has really hit the local bear market bottoms for the entire history, and seeing it this far into the cycle, pretty crazy. But that just means we still have immense opportunity here. So really keep an eye out and watching for that 12-day buy now like a hawk, because we don't want to be in a scenario like back here, August of 2022, where we roll back over and keep going lower. And then ultimately we, basically we're in the bear market at that point. So we don't want to see a scenario like that. Don't want to see that. So where we're at right now in the cycle, it's very critical to know if this is a dead cat bounce to a bear market or this is the beginning of the melt up where we're at right now in those key levels. So watching for that 12-day buy now on this chart, total crypto excluding top 100, watching that 12-day buy now to know that the momentum is coming back in a macro sense, knowing that we're negating a bear market rally, holding the horizontal trend line support is going to be key, and holding this upward sloping trend line support as well too. Those will all be the signs of which scenario, bear market right around the corner or a big bull melt up right around the corner. We're going to know pretty soon here in the coming week or two. So very interesting to see that. If we take a look at the momentum, we just need to see a little bit more of a push. If we can see this get above 17 billion, ideally really like getting above 20 billion and holding as support will be the nail on the coffin for me. We'll likely just flag for a quick moment, a week or two, and then just send it up in a big way. And that will coincide with all those macro drivers, Bitcoin dominance coming down, others dominance going up, USDT, USDC dominance coming down, etc. So let's look at the weekly chart. We can gauge the momentum because right now we have a 1 week buy now, but take a look. We had a 1 week buy now at this same spot. Like I was just showing you the scenario that we don't want to happen. It was a fake out before ultimately rolling over. And then we have the real one. So this is what we need to watch out close for. It's the moment of truth. In my opinion, it's good that we're seeing this momentum, but if we start to see this stock RSI and the TSI start to roll back over, like if I put a vertical line here and a vertical line where we're at now, we're seeing similarities, so next week is going to be key, because if we see weakness, then a scenario like this could be panning out. So next week, the end of May, is critical for either a doom in June or a boom in June. We're going to know very, very soon here. And that will likely coincide with, Bitcoin needing to hold these key levels and maintaining above that 108,500 by the end of the month. So yeah, so let's take a look at some other charts with this, like total crypto market cap excluding top 100 dominance. And we've actually been making new lows. Looking at it structurally, if we take a look at this downward sloping trend line, so this is acting as support each time. So if we take a look, this was November 2017, right before our big move up. And let me go to like a monthly chart. We can see everything better. And then this was October 2019. Then this was December, January 2021. And then as of recent, April of 2025 to May of 2025, this is looking like a bottom, in my opinion. And we could see the next 4 to 5 months of absolute glory, or 3 to 5 months, I'd say. It's looking good, folks. It is looking good. And if we take a look, right, and if you look at the structures here, it does look like that, like I was saying, with the what chart was it? The other chart, we could be seeing that 2020, 2021 scenario pan out. It does look like, by looking at these structures down here of this stock RSI, down here coming up like that, stock RSI down here coming up like that, we're at this point, and that coincides with, you guessed it, December 2020, January 2021. And this could bring us, if we even just grab this fractal like that and we put it like this, right? Yeah, by August, and then potentially a blow off top heading into a second blow off top by the end of this year. And then you can see as well too, we have this downward sloping resistance as well too, and it's flagging. Unreal. I can't believe they added all this data at this critical time. It's like beautiful. It was God's plan. So yeah, I'm gaining more confidence as far as a massive altcoin melt up here based off these new charts. It's amazing. So this is awesome to see. And if we take a look at the 3-week chart, we can start to gauge some of this momentum. And as you can see, the MACD on the 3-week chart is starting to curl in, just like back here. And if we go to the 2-week chart, starting to curl in. Let's take a look at the 10-day, getting close. Let's take a look at the 1 week, and we've crossed up here, just like back here. Really, the seal of the deal is, in my opinion, when we break back above this level right here, 0.5%. It's just like what, like 10 or 15% away. That's really going to be the telltale sign that we're doing this, that we're for real doing this. So eyes are going to be peeled on this chart. These are going to be my new favorite charts heading into this altcoin season that I believe is, in my opinion, right around the corner, or we'll know in a week. So yeah, this is what I'm watching like a hawk. And we will get a little cautious as we come up to this level here. This could happen by July. So watching it like a hawk. If we go to, let me check like an 8-day chart, starting to see the cross as we speak. 9-day chart, very close to crossing. But if we take a look at, what was it, August of 2022? Yeah, I mean, to me, it just doesn't seem like we're at that bear market rally kind of fractal like I was showing you on the others here, given where we're at with the dominance. So like, it doesn't seem to me that we're here doing something like this, August 2022, given that, where we're at as far as the dominance goes, because the dominance at that point was all the way up here, which, if we're up here and we're seeing that on the other chart, I'd be like, oh, that's not good at all. But we're back down at these lows where we've seen massive altcoin seasons, 2021, 2017, 2019, which was the bear market bottom of the prior bull market. Yeah. And even right here, November, October 2023, when Bitcoin first went into its discovery, we're even lower than that point. And looking at even some smaller fractals here, it does look like we have our capitulation right there. We had our trend down. I mean, we could have one little pop lower, but to retest these same levels in this trend line again. But ultimately, heading into June, I can feel the boom. I can feel the boom. Let me know in the comments if you can feel it too. I'm going to leave it off at that. Just want to put this on your radar as far as the scenario here for the dominances and others, as well as just some of these things that I'm seeing now with this new data that we got, and to let you guys know that this is out there now. So that's it. I hope you guys have a good Friday, good weekend. Also too, if you're a Stargate VIP member, I put out a thing in the Discord So if anyone needs a one-on-one catch up, let me know, because I do have some time this weekend for anyone who needs situating. We can get you situated. Just toss me a direct message and we'll link up on the timings. I'm catching up on all my DMs. So good to be back. I'll see you guys in the Discord and in the next video.